The Payments tab of NBTrack is where we can enter direct and partner payments for our participant. Direct payments are given from your organization to the participant or to a vendor on behalf of the participant, whereas a partner payment comes from another organization such as Job Corps, Wagner Peiser, or a federal Pell Grant. We'll start with direct payments, and I'd like to go ahead and put in the payment that I'm going to be making for this participant's OJT. The payment type, as you can see, we have plenty of items to choose from in our drop-down. I'm going to pay for the on-the-job training. The not-to-exceed amount on the contract is $1,200, and the vendor is Bob's Computer Repair. Now, check with your organization about the amount to put in. Some funded partners like to put in the OJT payments as they make them. So if they make a weekly payment to Bob's Computer Repair for, let's say, $100 or $150 every week, they like to put those amounts in weekly into the direct payments section. And some funded partners like to put in the not to exceed amount into this field here, and then once the OJT is over, they go back and edit the actual amount to reflect the actual amount that was spent on the OJT. As you can see, once I've saved my amount, I can go back and edit it later on. Partner payments work exactly the same way. We have an approval date, payment type drop-down is the same, actual amount, vendor, and then for the partner, you can indicate here whether it's Wagner Peiser money, veterans programs that are paying for a portion of, let's say, an occupational skills for this participant, Job Corps, federal Pell Grant, etc. So, for example, if our participant was going to go to an occupational skills training and a federal Pell Grant was going to pay for a portion of that, you would put that portion into this amount under partner payments, and whatever WIA is paying from your organization would go into direct payments. I'm going to give one more direct payment just to illustrate what happens in the Services tab once we put in a service or a payment, excuse me. Let's say that we give our participant a bus pass a couple of days after he starts his on-the-job training. The vendor, I'm going to say, is RTC, and there's RTC. When I save and go back to the Services tab, I can see that a support service was given on 5/20/2011. Now, if I had given him maybe 3 payments on that day, maybe I give him some tools for school or for his on-the-job training, but they were all given on 5/20, in the Services tab, all 3 of those items would show up as one line item as a support service. If I gave them to him on separate days, each day would have a support service line.